It wasn't today.
All right. We are at the Village Council regular meeting, June 13th, 2024. It is 7:02 p.m. We will start with roll call. Councilperson McNamara.
Present.
Councilperson Koss.
Present.
Councilperson Paschal.
Here.
Council President Camera.
Here.
Councilperson Grant.
Here.
And Councilperson Martin.
Here.
And next we will do Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge of
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, next we have meeting minutes. Do we have a motion to approve the May 23rd, 2024 council meeting minutes?
Motion to approve.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions? All right, next, do we have a motion to approve the June 6th, 2024 council work session minutes?
Motion to approve. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions? And next, do we have a motion to approve the June 11th, 2024 lake work session minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, hang on camera. We're gonna give McNamara. That's who I heard. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions? Okay. We will then move to our village official reports, and our police chief is out tonight, so we're gonna give him a free pass. If anybody has any problems, questions, or concerns, feel free to reach out. Next, we will move to our fiscal officer, Mr. Jeffrey Wilczek. Right on the spot. Do you have anything?
Other than what we discussed in the work session, no.
Perfect. You can tell us when we're gonna get our stuff in May, for our May closeout.
May financial report will be next week. As I had mentioned earlier, we ran into some problems trying to get the reconciliation done because of issues with payroll and Paycor and things that happened. And finally, we and I got it worked out about 5 o'clock this afternoon. So,
Perfect,
get it wrapped up and sent out next week.
perfect.
Okay?
I'm gonna say one thing, just a friendly reminder to everybody that we are participating in the Rita Subpoena program again. We do it every 2 years, so watch for those friendly little letters to come in the mail. If you are not paying, you are being chased down. And if you do not pay after you get those friendly little letters, you're gonna have to deal with us. So, there we go. All right.
May I ask?
Yes.
I'd like to add on to what you've said. We have had conversations or information back and forth with Rita. We have a 25% delinquency rate in the new section that we will be pursuing and working out as to why that's occurring, and we're going to push to get that delinquency rate significantly down. And one of the things we're looking at is also people that don't respond to the subpoenas being pulled into mayor's court.
Yes,
So we are going to aggressively pursue and get that improved.
yes.
We don't have a dollar amount, do we?
I can't, no dollar amount on that. All I can tell you is by address, 25% of the addresses in the new section are delinquent on at least one or more tax returns
Good.
over the last 5 years.
Many of which are all 5 years.
Not me.
Not you.
Not me.
That's a good thing. All right, so again, just pay attention. Those will be coming in the mail. If you are delinquent, and if you're not delinquent, guess what? You're not going to get one.
Yay.
I know, right? Okay, next we will move to our engineer's report. I'm going to give a brief overview, but please feel free to pull this up. The village website has all of these documents under the agenda. It's in the packet, so feel free to pull this up because Mike always gives us lots of great information. But again, you kind of tone out after half of what I say. So they are still finalizing the punch list, and closing out the project, which is the 2022 Storm Sewer Improvements Project, also known as the Jordan Road Project. So there's a couple little things that still need to be done. There's a catch basin, all that good stuff. So that should be done here very shortly. He is still working on the maintenance building. They are still continuing the detailed design, focusing on completing the building, mechanical and electrical. Moving the building to the requested location has created some additional work with the City of Columbus regarding water service, and their goal is to advertise the project in early July. Lake improvements, we had a very long meeting on Tuesday that was completely around the lake improvements. So all I would tell you is listen to that recording, or you can get some additional updates here. The 2024 CCTV analysis, they continue to coordinate with the contractor on various work items. The contractor has cleaned and televised approximately 88% of the sanitary sewer scope and approximately 67% of the storm sewer. They will be back here in the next week or two to complete the work. They had to leave to go do another project and then they'll be back. So again, this information is online, but if you want any of the additional, and then there's also a 2023 roadway improvement project. That is the one that's going to close Maplewood there for a little bit. So again, just keep an eye on the website and all of our updates that will let you know when that road's going to be closed. There is no date started for that yet. And that is Mike Flickinger's report. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself or any of staff. Please refrain from trying to reach out to Mike Flickinger direct. If you have problems, questions, concerns about any particular project, please reach out to the village. Next, we have our legal team, Mr. Jesse Sham.
Thank you, Mayor. It's a big team.
It is a big team.
Nothing formal to report, working on some administrative items with Jeff and Leah. But that's all I have. Happy to take any questions.
Does anybody have any questions? After the week you've had dealing with the village, I'm sure you're happy to hear that.
Anything else that we need to do for the thing we're trying to get on the ballot in the fall?
No, not right now. We submitted everything that was necessary to the Division of Liquor Control, so that is good. The next deadline is the signatures due August 5th or 6th, one of those. I can and I will in the next few days get together the exact language. It's pretty simple, but I can do it very quickly. That you're gonna have 5 or 6 questions actually on the ballot for each option. So I'll get that to you beginning of next week, so signatures can start being collected.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, any other questions? All right, next we have our village planning, Mr. Eric Fisher.
Thank you, Mayor, members of council. Pleasure to be back. I've done a bit of traveling, business, and vacation, so it's good to be back at the village again. Just a couple quick notes. Amphitheater will continue with some work anticipated to be fully completed August. We have to wait a bit on some railings. Those important, we'll be doing a bunch of railings for us over there around some of the ADA pads. That'll be the last piece. Otherwise, you'll see electric go in, eventually kind of a pathway that goes down, then finally the railings will wrap it all up and it'll be done. And get full reimbursement back to Mr. Wilczek in the village, which will be excellent. Other notes brought up to me by Councilman Kamara, some residents. I realize ODOT just sometimes falls from the sky. We've talked about it off and on over the last, I was looking back, it's been 2 or 3 years since I've had a few emails from ODOT, but they finally got around to fixing some of the safety concerns and turning the lane down there off of State Route 3 on Remember Lake Road, so that was ongoing. Oh, and we didn't, just so I get the announcement out, but we'll send something to the members of P&Z. The applicant for the conditional use, Phantom, is going to move their meeting to July, late July. So the meeting on the 26th of this month is canceled. That's all I have.
Perfect. Anybody have any questions? All right. Next, zoning officer is his report and everybody. Okay, so his report is in there. I just don't have a copy of it in front of me. If anybody has any problems, questions, or concerns, feel free to reach out to our zoning officer or myself. I can definitely tell you he has been extremely busy over the last few days.
So there's some of these in here, says violation date, some of them go back quite a way. And there's no resolution date with them?
Some people don't resolve things. I know we are in the process of sending Brad to,
Right, so.
not that that's the one you're talking
Yeah,
about, but,
Some of these have to get drug into mayor's court, and it takes a bit of time. I know I have a meeting with a gentleman that's gonna get drug into mayor's court with the zoning officer on some dumpster issues, potentially. I mean, I don't know if that's going on, there's all kinds of things. Brad, we had a zoning enforcement of a gentleman because the neighbors were losing their minds. He was mowing the front yard, not the back, and it was getting really high, so I know our zoning guy went out, should have been yesterday.
yeah.
Is the unsafe garage one, is that the one that we're
Yes.
addressing tonight?
Yeah,
With,
I would assume so,
some
the tearing it down.
legislation?
Oh, with the appropriation?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
appropriation.
that is correct, that's
Okay.
correct. That's something that is a.
That looks like it's the oldest one on the list.
Right, that's gonna get, and that's a weird one because it's one of those that, we have all that unplatted right of.
Right.
We have platted, unbuilt right of way, and as we discussed in various, we're finding things from time to time, that's one of the things that it's ours, and we have to get rid of it, so.
Okay.
Right. And this is just, again, a nice friendly reminder that just because we give people notices doesn't mean they actually take care of it. So unfortunately, when they refuse, we do have the means to cut people's grass and enforce certain things rather quickly, but there's other things that we can't do as quickly. And like he stated, we have to take them into mayor's court.
Yeah.
I know that some residents may not like the quick turnaround of having certain things done, but if they refuse, they refuse.
Right.
So you have to take it to the next level. So that's that. I know that there's been a couple people upset because some of the things aren't happening as fast as they would like to see them happen, but you give them warnings, they fix it, and then they do it again. So it doesn't necessarily, it's just an ongoing with some people, so.
The wheels of justice are slow sometimes, but they do turn. So
Right,
that's just how it goes.
Yeah. So, and that's the other thing, if they get in trouble for not cutting their grass, but then they do it again the next time, they don't get the nice little friendly reminders the
No,
second and third time.
Our code allows us to immediately mow anytime after they get their first notice of the growing season. That was language that we found that prevents.
We updated that with our
Yes.
recent zoning code because of that.
Right.
Yeah.
It was part of it,
Yeah.
a lot of different updates.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to John. He's very responsive, or myself. So, next we have Tommy, Councilperson Grant for Planning and Zoning.
Official. The last time I believe we met was May 15th. Eric Fisher was there, and we talked about the pathways and how the history of, large discussion of that with the development and having pathways through that. We talked a little bit about potentially creating some pathways around the lake, I believe, and we also talked about the Morpsey, which is known pretty much right now commercially, I guess, as Link Us, which is Franklin County. It'll be a ballot initiative in November, if that's when we do the election thing. That will be a potential sales tax increase, but would provide a fair amount of funding for us to add additional pathways as well as maintain and improve pathways throughout the village, which is a positive, as this is a very walkable village, and it'd be nice to make sure that people are being safe as well. Additionally, there was, we talked about the pathway plan. Mary Yost, we thought that it's potential that we could get that money spent to beautify the village. And still working on that, I think, with the attorney. I don't know if Jesse has anything on that right now, but it was something we think we're moving along with that, and we're hopeful and optimistic. We also had a little bit of a discussion about what P&Z is going to submit to council, hopefully for the upcoming budget, to add into for bat conservation, maybe perhaps some bat houses, and also some additional disc golf, and try to build that into the future budget. So I've asked them to submit that plan, that master plan, so we can make that a part of our budget. But that's all I have.
Perfect, thank you. So the next meeting is going to be July,
We're tentatively there July 24th,
July 24th is the tentative date.
yes. We'll do a formal announcement, obviously,
Okay.
in the next newsletter and stuff like that.
Perfect. Okay. Next, we have Council President Camera, MPCA.
Yes, thank you. So MPCA's meeting was last night. It was a fairly brief meeting, but just a few reminders. So this is Pride. There are some events planned by MPCA. So Plenty of Smiles will be here on the 18th. That was a ticketed only event and that has closed. So hopefully if you wanted to come, you bought your tickets. We have 19 people attending that and it's here at the municipal building. On the 29th is a Pride potluck. I believe that's also here. Is that correct? No? Where's it at?
It's gonna be here, yes.
Yes, it's here in this building. So that's the 29th. I did not write down the times, but I believe it's in the afternoon.
From 6 to 8.
6 to 8, there you go. All right, Sip and Dip is this Saturday, the first Sip and Dip of the season. I don't remember who's hosting this one, but they're usually a fun evening and the weather's supposed to be nice. So $5 gets you in the door. Bring your drink of choice, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, it's fine. And there'll be a spread of food and things to snack on as well. And then just some other things coming up. Family Fun Night this year is going to be Willy Wonka themed. So some fun things around that, different activities based on parts of the movie. There is the historical, I typed this wrong, so there's a historical society. I know that's not correct, but
Historical preservation.
yes, thank you.
Yes.
That Kathy and, or Councilperson Passion, sorry, and Pam Curry are working together on. And I believe the meeting is Monday night, is that correct? 6 o'clock?
At
here?
7.
7 here.
7.
I need to write down times, I'm sorry. July newsletter, this is for us, June 21st is the deadline. And we are not, or MPCA is not participating in the NCC parade this year. Unfortunately, Bob's Mustang is out of commission and there wasn't a lot of interest in it this year. And then not Parade of Homes, the garden tour is also coming up, but I did not write that date down, so I'm sorry.
July 3rd.
July 30th. I found a friend. And that was really their business last night.
Perfect. All right, next, let's move to our committee as a whole report. We will start with Councilperson Grant for Finance.
Thank you, Mayor. We met today just briefly, and this is, I think, some of the main topics that we took away from it, at least I did, was income tax for the village currently looking up, positive, 6.1% ahead. However, we still want to be cautious because we do hear some rumblings at the state of Ohio level where they might be down 400 million or so for the year, but hopefully that's not a bad rounding error. Yeah, that's a little womp-womp, yes. We discussed pool financing for potential repairs to the pool and what we could afford at this current tax rate was approximately at, what was it? What am I thinking here? No, it was at the 20 years, $160,000 per year would cost us if we had, I believe it was $2 million round figure. But we discussed that as well as some additional options or operating levies, potential bonds, and just some general discussion on what that would look like if it was determined that that was a way that we wanted to go. So just a little bit of education and understanding of things cost money. But that's about it from what I have.
All right. Next, we will move to Councilperson Passion for Safety.
We just had a citizen bring an issue to our attention. The police have been made aware of it. It's nothing urgent. It's just something to keep in mind. Discussions will continue, and if it becomes bigger, we'll bring it to council.
Perfect.
That's it.
All right. Next, we will move to Councilperson McNamara for legislation.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Legislation tonight will be focusing on appointments to the Community Reinvestment, the Tax Incentive Review Council. We've got some appropriations to make, and we have a ordinance to set policy for pricing and concessions and special discounts, things like that, which we will see in just a moment.
Perfect. All right, next we will move to my mayor's report. Friendly reminder about First Responders Night, September 10th. Super excited about that. Leah has been working nonstop and Barb has been working nonstop to make sure that this is bigger and better than the last one. So that is going to be, I believe, 5 food trucks. Is that right? Is it 5? 4?
Yeah, 4 food trucks and maybe Conrad.
Okay, so 4 or 5 people bringing food, all that good stuff. So super excited about that. The other thing, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys are going to Cops with Kids this weekend. Saturday. So stop by and see our officers there. That's in Westerville, Hoff Park, 11 to 2. So our officers will be there with their nice little cruiser, and
Will you arrest children
if they're bad,
just to show them a lesson? Mine are acting up.
definitely.
Yeah.
And then you briefly mentioned this, but the newsletter is absolutely amazing. We actually have some space in there that we can put some stuff in. So I feel like that is just, again, one of the ways to communicate with residents and actually get the information out there. The space was much needed. So thank you guys for letting us expand it. The pool season has obviously been off to a little bit of a cooler start than most of us wanted. But the good news is it's going to be 97 on Thursday. So if you didn't like the cold, you're going to love next week. And then we met with Morpsey last week. Jeff and I did. So we had to sit down with them and kind of went over a lot of the Link Us and all the different projects and things that they have been working on. So we'll continue to meet with them and see if there's any grant options that they can help us with and all of that for some of our projects, whether it be lakes or pools or whatever. So we had some really good conversations with them about that as well. So that's all I have. And next we will move to citizen comments. Would anybody like to speak?
I don't think anyone signed up.
Nobody signed up.
Nobody signed up, so you guys can't talk. I'm just joking. So no.
Yeah, no Tasha.
No, okay. You guys passed the limit. All right, so nobody has anything for citizen comments, so next we will move to legislation.
All right, thank you, Madam Mayor. Moving to legislation, we move to resolution 2024-12. This is the resolution once again appointing Brady Oxender and Barbara Sutton as the village designees for the Tax Incentive Review Council and Community Reinvestment Authorities. As this is the third reading, I will move for passage.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, she quit.
No. All right. All right. Councilperson Grant.
Aye.
Councilperson Cost.
Aye.
Council President Camera.
Aye.
Councilperson Martin.
Aye.
Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
And Councilperson McNamara.
Aye. All right, now we move to ordinance 13-2024. This is an ordinance to make supplemental appropriations for recurring expenses of the Village of Minerva Park for the year 2024. This is a motion appropriating $26,800 to the Minerva Park Police Department for both their training and some internal things there. There is a payment for bands for the events at the pool and for the removal of some village property in the form of a shed. I am going to make a motion to suspend the rules requiring 3 readings for ordinance 13-2024.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Is there any debate? There does not appear to be any debate.
All right. Councilperson Martin.
Aye.
Council President Camera.
Aye.
Councilperson McNamara.
Aye.
Councilperson Grant.
Aye.
Councilperson Cost.
Aye.
And Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
All right. As there are no more readings required. I motion for passage of ordinance 13-2024.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion from the group?
All right.
All right.
Council President Camera.
Aye.
Councilperson Martin. Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
Councilperson Cross.
Aye.
Councilperson McNamara.
Aye.
Councilperson Grant.
Aye.
All right, now we move on to the late breaking news of the night, ordinance 14-2024. This is an ordinance setting policy for pricing of concessions, special event admissions, and other items sold at the Minerva Park Pool. I am going to make a motion to amend ordinance 14-2024 in section 2 to read, discounts must be specified and approved by council prior to being offered, such as listed on Exhibit A. Reading into the record, Exhibit A includes a list of discounts for savings bundles for the following items. There is an employee discount in the amount of 15%. There is a food and drink discount in the amount of, it says 50% here, but we wrote $1.50 on the back page here.
You know what the food discount was?
It's 50 cents.
50 cents. All right, so we'll stick with the 50 cents as listed on the current Exhibit A.
You can't read my writing.
Yeah,
That's what that is.
okay. Ice cream in the amount of 10%. That is one day, on 1 day a week.
Yes.
The premium member receives, the premium membership receives a discount. I'm
There's
sorry,
nothing-
sir?
There's nothing with that one.
Yeah.
Nothing on that was changed? Excellent. The Pride Month, including rainbow products in the amount of $1. The resident early bird, that does not have a star beside it.
No, that's, you guys already approved that.
All right, we approved that one. S'mores and drink, already approved. Sunglasses.
So do the sunglasses.
Sorry, yes. Sunglasses Sunday in the amount of $1, and drink and koozie combinations in the amount of 50 cents. So I make a motion to approve, to suspend the readings, or the rule requiring 3 readings for ordinance 14-2024.
First, you're gonna want to amend it.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, do
I
amend
mentioned, yes,
first.
I wanted to amend, let's move to amend that.
That's right.
In that manner.
Amend first, yeah. All right, do you want to do roll call for that, or do you want to do?
Yeah, we need a second. Somebody second.
Second.
And then you do roll call.
Okay.
And then discussion, right?
Yeah.
So I think the price for the Pride one is incorrect. I think it's 50 cents.
The Pride one.
I know it says $1, but
Alright.
it's supposed to be 50 cents.
Oh.
We don't normally take that much off of candy.
All right, well, in that case,
Okay.
consider Pride Month in the amount of 50 cents read into the record.
Any more discussion? Who got the second on that?
I did.
All right, moved and seconded. Any discussion?
All right, Councilperson Martin.
Aye.
Councilperson Grant.
Aye.
Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
Councilperson Cross.
Aye.
Councilperson McNamara.
Aye.
And Councilperson Cameron.
Aye.
All right, it is, ordinance 2024 is amended as described. Now I make a motion to suspend the rules requiring 3 readings for passage.
Second.
Moved and seconded.
Any discussion again? I think that's on the next one.
Yeah, I'll make the number next.
Okay. And then, no discussion. So we have okay, gee, mini Christmas. We've read this one 3 times. I'm lost. Councilperson Grant.
Aye.
Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
Council President Camera.
Aye.
Councilperson Cross.
Aye.
Councilperson McNamara.
Aye.
Councilperson Martin.
Aye.
And if you didn't like that, wait for it again.
All right, having suspended the rules requiring 3 readings for ordinance 14-2024 as amended, I move for passage on an emergent basis.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Is there going to be any discussion?
Any more discussion?
No.
All right, for the 3rd time, Councilperson Cross.
Aye.
Councilperson Martin.
Aye.
Council President Camera.
Aye.
Councilperson Passion.
Aye.
Councilperson Grant,
Aye.
and Councilperson McNamara.
Aye. All right, the motion passes, ordinance 14-2024 is passed. That concludes legislation and legislative business for this evening.
Yay. Okay, old business. Who's got some?
I just wanna make a correction, the garden
Yeah.
tour is June 30th.
Writing
Not
dates
to
down
lie.
is cool. Writing dates down is cool.
I know.
We'll text you before the meeting. All right, no old business. No one has old business. You know, right before this, you think about the 3 things you were gonna talk about, and now I totally forgot what I had for old business and new business, so.
Did you write it down?
Well, of course I didn't write it down, because I thought I'd remember.
What's with you guys today?
You know,
Jason's not
as
writing
we're
down
talking
dates.
about new business, I will second, I've heard from various members of the community that they liked the expanded version of the newsletter. They felt that there was a lot more information in it. And so I think that's been one of our goals here, is to make sure we're almost over communicating with the village. So I think we're on the right track.
Perfect. And then I just want to say thank you to everybody that voted on the fountains and all of that. I know you're always going to have pros and cons, but so many people have said how gorgeous they look, and I'm super excited to have them finally installed.
It looked nice.
So it was much of a bigger project than I ever thought it was going to be, to put in a fountain.
Literally everything is.
The fountain. Like, are you serious? But hey, it worked.
Like literally everything lately is like.
Everything takes that long. I know, right? All right.
I mean, new business and then.
I think we're in new business. You have something for new?
Oh, old business. We're still working on tours.
I know, right?
That's old business.
Making a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll remember as soon as you guys adjourn.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, have a good night. Adjourn.
Make good